Lift Roldar, no problem.
I mean, he can carry 500 pounds, so you know.
Mm-hmm.
A melee basic attack.
Alright.
Not quite as spectacular as we wanted, but...
Yeah.
Acid
She doesn't
Orber in
seem
the
weak.
jeans.
Yeah. In the what?
In the jeans.
Okay. Thought the face might be more effective, but okay.
No, her jeans. It'll totally upset her.
Alright. Yeah, that's true. But
More
don't
than her
won't she hit me
face.
harder then? Won't she going to rage and hit me like...
Roldar
double
only
tap?
has 1 hit point. Why would she target you? Really? Come on. Unless you really upset her by hitting her in the jeans.
That is very upsetting, yes.
Yeah. What's that? Almost max damage.
Mm-hmm. She's hurt. She's very hurt.
Very nice.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm done.
Salorno.
Self-high five.
Also known as clapping.
Against the wall.
Boom!
That's right. This is my boomstick. Point to my hand.
Get the fuck out. This session is over.
I wasn't done yet. Still have.
Okay.
Damn it. That's right.
Okay, let's see if Elvin's evil clone can hit something now.
That's right.
And I can't, of course.
Mage hand minor action. I'm gonna summon that.
I know what you're gonna do.
Next to... I'm gonna summon it in the scrying pool. There we go. Then it's my turn.
I thought you were gonna pull her hair or something.
Yeah! like schoolyard fighting here.
Well, the hand will exist. That is definitely a thing I can perhaps do next turn, you know?
Just slowly floats over to her and grabs her hair.
That's right.
Alright. Alvin is done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Very well. Then it's home. Oh, yes, it is. Unbridled aggression.
You really need to bridle this.
Nope.
Bridled aggression.
Shawam!
Damn it.
Is that the sound effect that's made? Shawam?
Shawam! And crunch or slash and a wet sopping sound when blood starts again to flow from the sorcerer.
How nice.
And she misses again.
Nice.
And she's done. Erevan.
Okay, here's another question. Do we continue attacking, or do I shift and full round action attempt to stabilize?
No attack.
Is that what stabilization is? A full round action?
I think it is.
Yeah.
I know there's a feat that lowers it to... I know there's a feat that lowers it to...
I'm checking the section. It doesn't tell me on first aid what kind of action it is, unfortunately.
Because I know there's a feat that lowers it to a standard action.
Then it's probably as a full round, yes, if there is a feat too.
Yeah, there's a feat that gives me +2 on heal check, and I can do it as either a standard action or a minor action. I can't remember which one.
What? Oh.
Wait a second. Combat... Medic... Stabilize as a minor action +2 to heal checks. Oh, instead of a standard action, it's actually a standard to heal.
Alright.
By the
There we
rules.
go. Standard action.
I mean, Roldar, I think, wouldn't mind being healed, but...
But he can't really... he can only be stabilized, and...
Yeah.
He'll still be unconscious, but he won't be dead.
Yes.
Yeah. We need to kill him first, I think. And then sleep.
Oh!
Go back to the
I
bed
guess.
and have a sleep.
Sleep on
Does
top.
anyone else need shifting?
I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
could
can do some
move me
shifting.
back over the body of Roldar so that Alvin can continue to get sneak attack.
But you can just 5-foot shift. You're before him.
I could do that too, sure.
Yes. I think maybe me or...
Do you need a shift?
I probably won't die. I might actually.
Do you want to shift? Yes or no? And it. 3, 2,
I mean, what do you
1.
think's gonna happen? Like, we're gonna, run
She's
away?
No, she's gonna hit me and I'm gonna be down, or
Then I'll
But
heal you.
if she doesn't, she'll hit you, Erevan. So I don't know. It's
Right.
bad either way.
Right, like, how do you think this encounter is going to go? Where do you see it? Like, us kiting her through the dungeon? Us, like, running away entirely with Roldar dead? Like...
I have no idea.
Let's apologize and leave.
Probably we'll all die except Salor, and he'll be the only survivor.
You can keep Roldar. We just leave you, and you know.
Oh, well, since we can't really come to a decision, it's either just Viper.
No, either. Like you mean it.
You didn't mean it.
Nope.
No, apparently 7 does not mean it. Not lucky enough.
Is he's needing to do a death save, I believe.
Nope.
Sad part is that even if he rolls a 20, he's not allowed to have a fucking healing surge, so... It doesn't happen.
Yeah, roll a 20, please.
Gone, maybe?
Griffin, come back!
I'll do a saving throw for him.
When you die in D&D, you die in real life.
There he goes.
1 strike.
Hmm.
2 strikes remaining.
Aranos.
Right. Acid in the face.
Okay. It's a crowd pleaser.
But it's a miss.
Hmm.
I think this was the longest
I-
combat with a single person we've had.
She is powerful.
It's almost taken 1 minute to take her down.
Indeed. Saloro.
5-foot shift.
Uh-huh.
I don't need to draw it. This is what I'm doing.
Wow.
That's right.
Nice.
That is, apparently I can't actually arrange myself to come back to the front. Interesting. Damn it. There we go.
Or is shoved out of the way.
There we go. 11 thunder damage. That was a max roll for me.
Yep.
That's gonna go ahead and end my turn. Oh, wait. I sustain minor, sustain the mage hand, and the scrying pole. Yep. And
Okay. Alvin.
And same thing again.
And
Nice.
And I hit. Wow. Finally.
Right, describe.
5 untyped damage. You didn't even need to roll your sneak attack. Oh.
Yes. While the rest of the party is getting pummeled by what's her name?
Nualia.
Noalia.
She comes
Evan
back
is
from the
just-
death. You don't even know my name!
Rage!
Elvin is just making use of her being distracted and stabs her with the dagger right in the back, and she falls over.
That's right. After Soloro stepped into place and Thunderwave for one last time. Woo.
So do we assume Grip auto stabilizes, or do we actually need to make like heal and death saves?
Now you need to stabilize him, yes. So heal saves.
So,
So-
say, Erevan, you're up for
Yes.
your heal skill check before he has to make another
Please
saving
come on.
throw.
Yes! By
Yes.
the rules, DC 15 to stabilize the dying.
He is stabilized.
Yeah.
Good.
He could stop
Patrick
making
was-
death saving throws.
Arnos will sit down in the chair and smoke his pipe.
Oh,
Exactly.
You're just smoking your pipe as Evan's rushing into his bag, going out with some clean cloth, like wrapping up the wound.
No, I was there when you stabilized him, but then when he stabilized, I go over here and smoke.
her dark sword clatters to the ground and slides in front of Erevan. And it
We don't even get any
softly.
sort of death description from her, like any sort of final curse, or just like
No,
her sword
she
slides.
basically is in the middle of her battle rage, and when the sneaky gnome actually sneaks up and just stabs her in the back, she falls to her knees, clutches the sword with her demon hand, and like blood wells from her mouth. And she looks up at all of you with hatred, and you think perhaps a bit of sorrow. And then she slumps down to the floor, and the last thing you hear from her is basically, I was so close. And she dies in front of you.
Soloro looks at Alvin, nods.
Elvin frowns.
All right, Rogue, we didn't take any damage. High five.
Meanwhile,
That's right.
Zero surges. Zero surges. Zero surges.
I mean, the fighter did a great job at defending. You know, Warlord.
Sure did.
Warlord.
I did my job of healing.
All
Your
right.
Roldar isn't dead, so.
So, well, unfortunately, I can't stay back to sift through all these things like I'd want to, because we're gonna have to get Roldar out of here somehow, and that's gonna have to be on Jafar.
Just that sentence is so perfect.
we're all going to be needed to lift him onto Jafar.
Yep.
I mean, like,
Come on, everyone, wrap round.
it's like I can
Yeah.
move Jafar to here, and you know, I can use
Come on,
my
everyone else help pick
actual
him up.
arms along with Mage Hand for extra effort.
Heave!
Boof.
No. Do you think the sword is evil, Solar? In nature.
So looks at Aranos. Everything in here is the furthest from my mind right now. You want to study this and analyze it? Go for it. We're leaving.
I was thinking if we could actually pick it up, or if it would hurt us in some way, or...
Solar shrugs. I don't know. You're a sorcerer. Look at it and try it.
Does anyone have any cloth? Or
Yes, I have a lot.
Alright, maybe we could wrap it in the cloth then.
You could.
Erevan with his hand, it's still covered in cloth from, helping first aid.
Oh yeah.
So, just to check, Griff, how much does Roldar weigh?
On his own, he weighs about 350 pounds.
With his equipment,
That's
like
close.
400, 450?
Probably about 400.
That's not a problem for Jafar. Jafar's good.
And then Aranos kind of like, just notices like, Erevan's kind of like staring at the sword as he reaches towards it.
The sword glows purple and black.
I won't grab it with my hands
So, yeah.
at all.
So you can just assume I gotta step away to check the house again. So Loro is fucking leaving. Like, he's not waiting. Jafar and he are going all the way out, back to Heinrich. And if any goblin gets in the way by the cliffside, so help me God, they're going to experience what flying feels like.
Alright.
We should probably go follow.
So,
Everyone-
I'm not waiting for them at all. They can analyze whatever loot they want. They can sift through whatever notes they want. Roldar is more important, because he's not immortal.
Yeah, Aranos will actually want to look in here for some important stuff.
Sure.
Is there anything immediately visible that seems to be valuable or useful?
There is a few like gems and gold pieces around the room. You can pick that up. It's roughly worth 150 gold. The other sort of more interesting thing is, for one, the necklace, the pendant she was wearing, the 7-pointed star, and her sword.
Yeah, Alvin doesn't want any of that and leaves. That's why.
Aranos will take out his longsword, actually his normal longsword, and pull the amulet off her with that.
Alright. The amulet is no longer glowing. Seems to be made of silver.
Alright. He will just carry it in front of him, dangling on his sword.
Okay.
As he
And
walks
with-
out.
And with the cloth covering his hand, Erevan will... God help me, Jonas. Grab the sword.
I
Alright.
already had the sword.
Fools! Oh.
I mean,
You feel a soft tingling in your fingers, as if the sword sort of responds to you.
Well,
And you can feel its power. And it is a powerful weapon. But nothing else seems to happen.
I was actually carrying the sword, if you...
Oh, I thought you used your long sword to pick up the pendant she had and then walk.
Yeah, but I'm carrying the other sword as well.
Oh. Well, then you...
Actually, then I can't carry my quarterstaff, so I won't do that.
Alright.
so I know I
So
know I have a tingly sword.
Yeah, exactly. And you can hear a faint whisper in your ear. Sounds like a name.
Can I just say what the name is?
Yes, I sent it to you.
Have a look. Oh, everyone's got bigger things to worry about in a second.
Alright.
Roldar!
Roldar! Sneering Roldar. Alright, so you retreat back.
Yes.
Alright, copy your tokens.
Done. Is Griff here?
Yeah.
Alright.
And then we return to the first Thistletop map. So this is probably where we will end the session for tonight.
It's so early.
It is, but we started early, and
Yeah.
5 to 6 hours is plenty.
Yeah, sure.
And many of us are tired, and I need to get up very early in the morning because
Oh.
I'm traveling away again. Hooray! But only for a few days.
Okay.
Next session is in 5 weeks.
Hooray! It's the fall of fun instead. No, I'm just going to be gone a few days, so I'm going to be back for the Friday stream, and so no problem at all. But yeah, you return to the surface basically on Thistletop, and nothing seems to have changed really. You can indeed backtrack to your horses,
Yep.
and basically make camp in the forest.
Probably not the worst idea in the world.
You probably need a rest.
Yep.
You have fought a lot of stuff, and there's still a lot of stuff undiscovered in the crypts.
You can take a guess. The party needs a rest when 3 people are on 0 healing surges.
Indeed, it's a good sign.
Yep.
It's a good sign that you probably need a rest.
The fact that 2 of them have pretty much max healing surges, though Alvin apparently has 4 or not 7.
I have no idea how many healing surges I'm supposed to have.
We happen to have lost 2 people, but it's fine.
We lost. I can copy them.
Hello, Webb. How you doing?
Hello, Horse 1, how are you doing?
Oh, Horse 2, I missed you.
You're my favorite horse too. All right. So is the party taking an extended rest here?
Yes.
Okay. Then we will do that, and end the session here, basically.
Alright then.
Yeah. A lot of things happened. A lot of battles.
Yep. Lot of bullshit.
Yeah, he went straight for the lady.
Yeah. Could have taken much longer.
You
Could have.
still have the giant thing behind that door, but
Yeah, there's a lot of things still unexplored, as I said. And it's up to you if you want to return and explore it. There's a lot of things unexplained. And
I don't think Salora will want to do that, but I will.
well, I'll go ahead and give you extended rest.
We should be really close to level 4, shouldn't we?
We should be level 4, I think.
Go.
We were
are-
very close last time.
Yeah, we're like 510 experience away from level 4.
I will calculate the experience, and I will post it not tomorrow because I'm going away very early in the morning tomorrow, but probably Wednesday evening or Thursday morning. And
Okay.
please feel free to remind me if I don't.
Alright. Do you know if we level up or not?
I'm not sure. It is quite possible that you do.
Yeah.
It's quite possible that you do. How much? 500 away?
510.
Let's see here. Yes, I do believe you will level up.
Alright, nice.
Yes, I'm pretty sure you will.
Okay.
Because you killed a lot of goblins up there. You killed Warship Ripnugget. You killed Bruthalamus. and you killed the Lurie and Auric, and then you slayed Nualia. So yeah, you should actually reach level 4 for next session.
Well, my restful healing power that maxes out the healing surges outside of combat might be useful.
Might be, yes. All right. Well, let's see here. Any questions or thoughts on this session?
Fun as usual.
Well, it's the summer.
Loads of fun.
Oh, that's good.
Also, even though it's not, he's not technically part of our group, that the first KIA entry.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Poor goblin.
Oh, poor Warchief Toothy. Yeah,
Oh.
he had such a bright future.
You know, our first KIA on the list.
With his 3 hit points or something like that.
1 hit point, actually.
1. No, okay. Oh yeah.
Minion. He only gets 1 hit point.
Yeah,
Okay.
he gets 1 hit
Would have been
point.
fun if we had him with us until the lady. Like goes up. Now I'm in charge.
I'm in charge.
Bitch.
Yes. Oh, yeah, you would have liked that. Jim would have stepped on his face and killed him.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, see you next
Fair
time. I
enough.
guess.
Just use your burning spray, make us a campfire, we'll relax for the night.
Of course, a bit overkill, but yeah, all right.
Oh, is that
If Salora doesn't want to use whatever.
Precipitation or me using my flint and steel.
Yeah, I can use burning spray. It's fine. Light the entire forest on fire.
Exactly. Fucking flamethrower.
I mean, you could just point it in the air and just literally like make the entire area warm.
Yeah, just hold at the stick and then point the burning spray up into the air and light it.
Nice.
Yeah, what we can do is me or Roldel can throw the stick in the air and you try to hit it with your burning spray.
All right. Well, end of session here. And yeah, thanks for the session. And we'll catch you all next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a good week.
Yeah, absolutely. Good night.
Right.
Good night.
Session must be over. Yep, session's over, and they ended the call on me. All those bastards. Wonder how long that's been sitting here. I mean, the reason why we had it so that, well, I agreed to allow the session to start 2 hours early by shifting my work hours was so that Europeans, particularly Griffin, could get sleep in a much more reasonable manner, or at least go to work a bit more energetic. But looks like the session's still open, so that's a thing. Well, that's good. I think I'll actually save that. So, that wasn't a bad session. It was alright. Had its moments. Also didn't have its moments, I guess. Oh, there goes the server now. Oh well. Disconnected me, the bastards. Oh, we have a message there. Ah, well. Let's see here. I guess I'll show you guys this while typing. I won't voice my thoughts coherently and clearly. Nature skills to find a relatively secure place to take an extended rest by the coast. Each of us who are actually conscious and not in need of resting due to stabilization can have watch for 2 hours. Extended rest. Like we can return to Thistle on top and scour it fully and clearly. Patrols and creatures will have returned to the fort. If any goblins are so foolish as to remain in that house of death, then we must end them. Solori is particularly interested in acquiring Arcana notes as well as studying the symbolism, but he'd do it while Roldar was in such dire straits. Should fully clear and check the first dungeon, courtesy of the fact that there were unexplored doors, perhaps containing evil creatures. That would otherwise terrorize the landscape, looking for tokens, mementos, or basically sort of symbolism. Illustrate how. So, riveting video. The same. Example, something from the bugbear. So, yeah, we obviously had quite a bit of rust in the session starting off, courtesy of it being 3 weeks since we had a 4E session. Going over the entirety of the thing was alright, just combat. If it's a 5-player party, you don't have a whole lot of room for role-playing, and 4E does market itself as being encounter-heavy, primarily combat, and that's what Jonas had designed this shindig as to begin with. You know, it's us diving into 4E and getting a feel for it, because, well, except for Jonas, I don't think any of us had experience playing 4E at all. It's, as I made mention of in the notepad, it's a little wearing, I would say. It's just constantly abrasive, and we are leveling pretty fast. But we have 30 levels to go through, I suppose, instead of 20. And I suppose the feeling was trying to condense this into one summer to provide a feel of 4E. I think Jonas wanted to illustrate that the system's not so bad, or not that bad, or what have you. Time to grab enlarge spell, as was the plan. Hurrah! Okay, shoot. I don't do a whole lot of damage. That was definitely proved. I don't do damage. It's kind of a thing that exists, it transpires. The monsters we fought, in this session today, we didn't fight many goblin mooks because we killed the mooks. So, 3 weeks ago. So what we were left with were big bad guys. We did have a few cutters and a few hounds, but we had major targets that really dipped into our resources. Now, it's worth noting we actually did prevail. We triumphed despite improper tactical placement. That situation with Nualia there was unfortunate. I did assist, rightly so I think, in helping the rogue accrue sneak attack damage, but I was not the best person to flank in that regard. We have some just planning and tactical flaws. And to be fair, I I'd like to roleplay that shit out anyway. I mean, my character hasn't been with these individuals for very long, and Eranos even less so. And I try to limit my out of character chatter for where placement should be and what you should do, and have my character essentially do what he thinks is right. I do that to a considerable degree, I would say, but I don't do it as much as I could. I'm using vague terminology. Good job, Grimith. For the 4 people who might still be with me here, they might think maybe he just fucking went away for like 35 minutes. In terms of what I feel like I accomplished or what happened, I guess I can't complain too much about the difficulty. Really, I suppose it's just right. I mean, all the encounters are challenging and taxing enough. Obviously, we have to properly manage our daily powers, because taking an extended rest is a big deal, whereas apparently taking a short 5-minute rest, even in such a tumultuous situation, isn't a big deal at all. If anyone had been down there to assist Nualia, though, anyone, you even throw in a few goblin cutter mooks who avoid death, even with like an AoE splash, and I'm great with friendly spells that deal AoE splash, my goodness. And I suppose that's what you want. I mean, you just want, ultimately, I don't know. I mean, like I said, it feels just like some sort of blend between D&D difficulty and Warhammer difficulty. Like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to put in the words. And that's not a problem with 4E either. That's just my interpretation of how the encounter difficulty has been. Sleep did prove itself to be very valuable and very useful. I got lucky with those 50-50 coin flips. I forgot to use the Orb of Imposition as well, which is fucking unfortunate. But, sometimes the old noggin fails to properly adjust or atone. I don't know what the hell I'm doing being a fucking... Oh, god damn it. No, that was probably ridiculously loud and abrasive. I'm fucking, itching my head and my sideburns. I apologize. It's been a rough weekend for me. I'm so tired right now. Oh, goodness. Shit. Is there anything else I needed to cover? I mean, I already know what I'm gonna be doing for level 4. Grabbing Enlarged Spell. Obviously, I'm gonna be increasing my intelligence and wisdom by 1. We worked well together, I think. There's another orb. There's so much stuff we have to look at, and hopefully in the next chapter we're gonna comb over Thistletop again, and make sure we completely scour that clean, and check. Soloro wants to spend actual days there just researching, and reviewing, and studying, and analyzing, and cataloging. I mean, that's what he does. It's just gonna be difficult. Perhaps he can utilize some of the material components left there in the lower levels of the Thistletop dungeon to conjure up another Tensor's floating disc, since that won't last forever. Poor Jafar. We've definitely sampled a wide variety of combat situations, though, and we obviously have a very clear and powerful advantage, courtesy of the fact that, there's 5 of us. And so we do a pretty good job of clearing house with our very diverse set of powers, and any encounter we have to fight has to find a way to challenge us in some fashion, even if it's just to be a speed bump to take chunks out of us. And when you play a game that involves some measure of luck, really? I mean, you can argue all you want about the tactical placement and how if you lose, most of the situation is really on your shoulders because you could have done something better. But you can't control what your teammates do. At least I can't, and I don't even try to. And considering how, like, one potential spell or power can complete... Like, we go back to the situation where we were nuked with the level 5 Wizard Daily Fireball for 46 damage, I assume, which was straight up 24. There might have been a modifier in there, but I know Fireball deals 46 damage. You analyze the situation. If it wasn't for shield, I would have gone down to dying. Everyone but Roldar would have been standing. Okay, we were grouped up a little. We could have backpedaled. We could have not lost initiative count. That's just it. Whenever... I'm just like fucking rambling now. I'm so tired. I feel like I'm nagging and bitching instead of actually making sense. I don't know. I like to do an analysis of how I felt about a session at the end of every session, regardless of whether I'm a player or whether I am the DM. And that's how I feel about that. My attitudes may very well change over the days, but that's how they're cataloged now for posterity, as I end up taking notes anyway. Sometimes I'm wrong, and sometimes it takes me a long time before I realize I'm wrong, again with my vague commonalities. You would think with my, the extent of my knowledge concerning the English language, with the bevy of insults I directed at Lonjiku Kaijitsu, that I would actually be capable and coherent. All the same, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the recording here. Hopefully everything turned out alright on this computer. I didn't have any lag at all with Java, it felt like. May have had very little bit. Adobe Acrobat worked well. Everything functioned quite nicely. I didn't feel very useful in this session. I guess I'm not done talking yet. And compared to last session, I was, of course, awesome and amazingly useful with the powers that I used to push and manipulate people, and all of my ghost sound and mage hand hacks and tricks and bullshit, because the goblins are stupid. And obviously in this session, I'm geared more towards, currently I focus on large groups of enemies who are weak to will, who have low will defenses, and against individual targets where, say, my ideal necromancer build that I love so much throughout the years and throughout as many tabletops as I can put it in, would likely have the debuffs required to make it an easier target. My guy just, like, opportunity actions is great for maneuvering, but just a straight up 1d6 damage doesn't do anything against these targets who have so much health and have such high defenses. It's great for maneuvering units, but the one time it could have been useful, Aranos thunderslammed the opponent anyway. It didn't help that I had to step away to oversee my house while my father is hospitalized. Since Thursday. Shit. And, you know, everyone's gonna have their ebbs and flows. It would be nice to feel useful every session, and clearly I had my moments. I whittled down the bugbear, dealing so much damage to it indirectly because of the status ailments I had inflicted upon it. It would have been awesome if, you know, I had saved the sleep spell, but, you know, it was so lucky I did so well with it, and, you know, what if I hadn't? And what if, you know, shit. Considering the strong will saves of other individuals, and how minimalized targeting, you know, we were getting into with the combat situations, that may very well have been the best opportunity to use sleep. And considering the fun that we ended up having with the Goblin Cutter afterwards, the glorious Warlord Toothy, the War Chief, that was fantastic. I quite enjoyed that part, and it's a shame he could not survive one shot from the bugbear. I would have liked to have carried on with him. We could have seen where the roads had taken us. we're so vastly outnumbered. It really does feel like a Warhammer setting. Just like, we're so vastly outnumbered, and the armies of darkness are forever arrayed against us. My god. But that takes care of my bitching. See you all next time.